Look, I don't know how long it's going to take, but if this mess continues, the problem that will consume this government will start in northern Nigeria.
Hello and what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's topic is one you don't want to miss. We are diving into a fiery statement made by Freedelefarotimi about Nigeria's current political landscape. He made bold claims about the Igbos, Yorubas, Northerners, the Hausa Fulani, and this present government led by President Tinubu. Trust me, what he said is both shocking and thought-provoking. Now, here is a kicker. Farotimi didn't mince words. He highlighted the fact that the Igbos have been marginalized for decades, left out of federal infrastructure projects, denied the presidency, and sidelined from strategic position. It is a harsh reality that many have come to accept, but here is what is fascinating. The Igbos, instead of fighting back politically, have taken a unique position. They have chosen to focus on business and thriving internationally. They have built success independent of the government. No protest, no calls for revolution, just pure resilience. In stark contrast, let's look at the North. They endured Buhari's policy from 2015 to 2023 without protest because, well, he was their own, a core Muslim from their region. But now, under President Tinubu, who is a Yoruba, everything has changed. Tinubu's government isn't even 2 years old, yet the North is already calling for drastic action. Some are even demanding military intervention. Clerics, community leaders, and groups all up in arms, unable to tolerate policies unless they come from their own. The double standard is glaring. Farotimi's powerful conclusion: the revolution that will consume this government won't come from the Igbos. It will come from the North. Why? Because the Igbos have taken their part. They have opted out of Nigeria's chaotic political struggles. They have taken their destiny into their own hands, while the North, now feeling the stink of harsh policies, is ready to erupt. Interesting, right? Let's hear it from the man himself, straight from the horse's mouth.
Look, when you have a situation where there is a concerted effort to stigmatize an ethnic nationality and blame them for everything that goes wrong, and that ethnic nationality in response now say, okay, you know what, so that they will not say that it is we who are causing problem, please stay out of any wahala that is being orchestrated. I can't blame them. If the Igbo man is saying, I don't have any problem with Tinubu, I'm not part of any protest against the government, I can't blame them for saying that. I grew up in an era where whenever there was any problem, the first thing people did was to loot. And who are the people who lost when shops and markets were looted or burnt? It was Igbo, because those are that's the merchant class in Nigeria. Long time ago, when Nigeria had not become the evil forest that it is today, it was just in his infancy at that time. The Igbo man learned that the government has nothing for him, so he learned to survive on his own. You rarely ever find an Igbo man applying to the civil service or looking for salary job. So the average one, even the ones I went to university with, they will go and attach themselves to somebody in the market. They will learn a trade. So they learned to do without government. They learned to discount the government completely, which means that the Igbo man is better equipped than any other Nigerian to cope with our current circumstances, where the government has become completely useless. The Igbo man was already prepared for the uselessness of the government. So now that he is prepared for it, and everybody else have now decided to stigmatize the Igbo man, I can't blame the Igbo man for turning around and saying, it's none of my business, oh, enjoy your government. He didn't enjoy anything from the government before. So for somebody, and I'm talking about the average Igbo man who is like me and you. I'm not talking about the Ojihus or Kalus of this world or the Okorochas of this world who have always fed on the grievances of Ndi Igbo and made money by appeasement of government and then presuming to speak on behalf of, I'm not speaking to those ones. I'm speaking for the average man on the street who grew up believing that he has no portion in Nigeria, which was what fed the Biafran spirit and the demand for Biafra even 50 years after the Civil War. So I'm not speaking to the man on the street of Ala Igbo. I'm not speaking to the trader in Alaba or at Aspanda or at Ladipo. All those ones, they have always lived with the mentality of being victims of the system. So when a victim of the system is telling you, leave me out of your protest, go and deal, because he wasn't gaining anything from the system in the first place. So if he wasn't gaining anything from the system in the first place, he has nothing to lose if the situation becomes, the only thing that is happening now is that more victims are being recruited into the Nigerian mess. So why should he, who was always a victim, further victimize himself by joining those he believes are responsible for his victimhood? Unfortunately, it only assures the victimization of everybody. But it is now incumbent on those of us who know better to help him to understand that, yes, we understand that that was yesterday. But for us to all come out of this together, you would have to move away from that pain to now walk. Now at least everybody is now suffering. Yorubas will say that it means that until suffering is democratized, it is not possible to end it. The suffering in Nigeria has now been democratized. Long ago, I predicted that the Nigerian revolution will start in northern Nigeria. The only reason I said so at the time is because the North had always been the reason we could not find common purpose to fight the evil. But now that the person in power in the presidency is not a northerner and is at best a nominal Muslim, and the suffering has now been fully democratized, the northern street, I'm not talking about the northern elite, the northern street has no interest in forbearing and continuing to suffer. Why is it that all of a sudden everything that they tolerated during the years of Muhammadu Buhari is no longer tolerable? Have you considered that? Look, I don't know how long it's going to take, but if this mess continues, the problem that will consume this government will start in northern Nigeria. It's not going to start in the east. The Igbo man has more or less taken a position. I was always a victim. Go and solve your problem. Leave me alone in my little corner. If you lie, steal all the money in the world, you still take that money to a market to go and buy something. And who will you find in the market when you get there? You find the Igbo man there. Whether it's food you are buying, whether it's building material, whether it's car, you find the Igbo man is there in the market waiting for you. So he's already in a position of advantage. So why would he disadvantage himself unless you people show him a readiness for change? So that is where we are right now. It might seem like nothing is going to happen, but something will definitely happen. This system is not sustainable.
Before we get to the next clip, guys, the words of discretion resonate deeply, painting a vivid picture of the complex dynamics at play in Nigeria's political landscape. But the conversation doesn't stop there. Justic Crack from TikTok sheds even more light on why the North is now agitating. His perspective is simple yet powerful. Everyone craves equality and fairness. When that is missing, agitation is inevitable. Think about it. The Igbos have endured decades of marginalization, leading to the Biafra agitation. Now the tables have turned, and the North is feeling the same sting they once ignored. With a Yoruba president in power, the North is finally testing what the Igbos have endured for far too long. This is a conversation we must all engage in, and I would love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about discretion's bold claim? Do you agree with Justice Crack's takes on equality? After watching the video to the end, let me know in the comment section below. I am reading every one of them. And don't forget to like this video, share it with others who need to hear this. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more insightful content. Let's keep the conversation alive and growing.
You know, before now in Nigeria, the Northerners they've always been against the separation of Nigeria. But why are they interested now? Let me explain. Since the history of Nigeria, it seems that the Igbos has always been interested in separation of Nigeria, or maybe getting out of Nigeria, which resulted to the biafra that you'll be hearing and all that. So recently, in recent days, we started hearing the Oduduwa, the Yorubas, saying, oh, we too want to go. But it seems that the North has never been interested in leaving Nigeria. They love Nigeria than every other region. But what happened that recently the Northerners are also saying that, oh, we too, we are tired, we want to leave, we too, no one stay again. Why? Anyway, listen to this.
Whether we like it or not, there is a problem. We need to discuss the problem. We are disagreeing with ourselves and we have every reason to disagree. The North before now is saying we don't believe in separation. But as I'm standing, I'm telling you that if there's going to be separation tomorrow, the North is ready for it. We are also ready. Let's go our either ways. And I'm telling you.
Now, they say if there will be a separation today, they are ready. They are ready. Let me tell you, bad governance doesn't favor anybody. See, if everybody is treated equal in Nigeria, everybody is given what they want, given the equal chance, level playground, good governance, nobody will want leave. There's nobody will not like family. Nobody will not like together unless not bitter person. Everybody will want to be together. But when you treat this Peter Paul, when you treat Paul better than Peter, oh, now why P-square they fight? Okay, we'll leave those ones. Now, when you treat these people better than this, you give this one more than you give this one. You give this one more opportunity than this one. One person go one leave. That is what causes agitation. So anybody can be agitated to leave if it's not treated well. So what is happening in South is this Biafran thing. If the Nigerian government really have the interest of the country at heart, if they really have the love of nationalism, they can call the people to order. Say, what do you people want? We'll give it to you. And tell you, go pass like that. I bet you if they do that and answer to what they want, nobody will want to leave. The Yoruba won't leave. The Hausa won't leave. That should tell you that something is wrong with the nation. Not just the people, but the nation itself. Something is wrong. And that is what we must find and fix. But until we don't fix that, one day even the president will say, I don't want to be in Nigeria again. Instead, go one leave. That is it. Anyway, I don't know more than I know. You tell me what you think in the comment section. But